Very good afternoon to all. So today we have another session for FYP talk series, and this time the speech, okay, or the lecture will be delivered by Professor Associate Professor Dr. Mohd Sani Hashim. Okay, and I would like to introduce the speaker for today. Dr. Sani is currently served at Faculty of Mechanical Engineering and Technology, and his research interest is in robotics, also in automotive, and analysis on finite elements. And so the title for today is about literature review. So I hope today's speech given by Dr. Sani will be beneficial to the all audience and especially for final year student. Okay, and I would like to remind you that throughout this session, we will share the attendance on the chat box later on, and please fill up the form while you are paying attention to the talk. Okay, and without delay and without further ado, I would like to invite Associate Prof. Dr. Mohd Sani to share the speech and lecture today. So, Dr. Sani, please.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nasir.
Sama-sama.
So I will share my slide. Okay, for Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. So as introduced by Dr. Nasir, I'm Dr. Sani from FKTM, Faculty of Mechanical Engineering and Technology. So basically, I'm one of the lecturer in this faculty lah. Okay, for FKTM. So how are you today, all of you? Ada ke?
Okay, Doctor.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Maybe you haven't seen me because I'm from the other faculty. So, or maybe some of you, I'm not sure whether I have teach you on the static or solid mechanics. I'm not sure, but so I will be the speaker for today on the lecture review. So basically, lecture review is one of the chapter in your on your dissertation or your final year project report, or sometimes we call it thesis. Okay, this is the chapter is important for you to have the background of your research. Okay. Okay, basically for the first round, we will look at the what is the literature review itself. So you have heard on the literature review, right? Pernah dengar literature review?
Yes.
Yes, huh?
Yes.
Okay, because you currently you are at the FYP 1, so mostly you will doing the proposal, but then you still need to do the literature review. So literature review is a long process basically throughout your FYP. Even though maybe you do the literature review only for the first semester, but then should be you also do the updated literature review in the second semester. Okay, it's not just stop at the first semester because we don't know the the current or the new topics on your research, so we can keep updated. Okay, So first of all is what is literature review? So basically literature review is a systematic analysis and summary of your published academic writing related to your topics. Okay, so basically you already have your title or your topics for your FYP, but then you need to do the literature review or literature survey. Okay, so that you know the overview of what others has done, or in this one we call it the previous published work lah. Okay. Okay, so this literature review should provide you the background information on your topics. Okay, so and explain the significance of your research and how the research relate to the rest of your the academic publication on the topic. So meaning that when you do the literature review, okay, you can get the information what the background or the research that have been done in your related topic, okay, for your related topic, okay, so that you know the what's the significance of your research. It should be related. Okay, so for this literature review, so usually we can divide into 3 or 4 parts. So I just put here 3 parts. So later on maybe we can see how you want to do the literature review lah, basically. Okay. So first, you need to search for the literature, meaning that literature can be in terms of the academic writing or journals. Okay. Also, it can be the technical report, or you can do the survey. Okay, and other type of academic writing lah. Okay, basically you can browse to a website also. Maybe it can be part of the literature review. Okay, after you search for all the information or the papers, so you need to critically review that particular paper, okay, or the academic writing. Okay, so that's how you do the literature review. You need to collect the literature review on the related topics to your research, and also you need to critically review on that paper. Okay. So basically, what is literature review is not. Okay, what a literature review is not. So meaning that literature review is not only annotated bibliography, meaning that you just get the paper, okay, or the journals, but then you only summarize it. Okay, so you don't critically review that paper. So if you just summarize it, so it's not really a literature review lah. Okay, you just summarize. Okay, and also literature review should not provide only a biased review. So meaning that if you have a topic and also you already know what you want to do, you only find the paper that relates or a bias to support your findings, to support your research. So I think most of us is doing something like that lah, but theoretically should not be like that. So basically you need to do the literature review in order to get your gap. Okay. Okay, so but it's not it's not really a problem lah. So you can do, because you already have your topics and you already discussed with your supervisor, then you can try to get all the information or all the journals that support your research. Okay. So what is the purpose of literature review? Okay. So basically, if you do the research, it's not you do it alone, or maybe is you do it in isolation. Okay, so you need to position your research into an existing scholar work. So meaning that you try to relate back to what others have did. Okay, so one more thing, you do the literature review in order for you to get all the information. Okay, all the information. So that's the keyword. The information relates to your topic. So when you doing the literature review, so you need to know what you want to know. Okay, so basically what you want to know is maybe you need to know what's the variable were analyzed. Okay, others have what the variables that others have analyzed, and what the relationships among the variables. Okay, and what the existing dimension theories and findings. Okay, so you need to know these things when you do the literature review. Okay, this one just a theoretical part lah. Okay. And this is some more the purpose of the literature review. So like I said, you want to know the information from others what have did. So looking at the existing related works and the importance variables. Okay, and then you can identify the gaps or misconcept or the contradiction in the issue related to your research. Okay. And then also you can the purpose of the literature review, you want to assist the developing your research design, meaning that you want to know how you want to do your research in terms of the methodology or the step. Okay. Well, this one is okay. Literature review is an essential entity in the research. So like I said, literature review is one of the important chapter in your reports or your thesis. Okay, so you need to know how to do the literature review lah, basically. So how you start to do your literature review? So the this one I divided into 4 major steps. Sorry, there's something in my face. Okay. So first, you need to know the problems. Okay, the problem. So so you need to identify a research problem or idea. This one should be in the this problem statement. Okay, so when you have the problem statement, then you can formulate the research question, or you can get the research question. Okay, what why this can become this one, why and why. Okay, and then you need to identify the relevant keywords. Okay, so relates to your research. If you do, for example, you do the mobile robot, and also mobile robot is very wide area, so maybe you just focus on the path planning. So the keyword is path planning, okay, in the mobile robot. So you need to Google or to find the related topics on the path planning for your literature review. Okay, and then the second step, first step is problem definition. So basically on the problem statement. So the second step, you need to have the strategy, the search strategy. So if say you not simply Google it. So basically you need to know what's the topic in your research you want to find, the related topics. Okay. For example, like I said, if you do it like a mobile robot, path planning for the mobile robot, so basically you can find the related topic, the search strategy. So find the information, try to identify the information that you need. Okay, for example, for path planning, you want to know what type of mobile robot they're using for path planning, for example, and what type of approach or methods for the path planning. Okay, so you try to develop the information, okay, from the keywords though, and then you retrieve, okay, or you get all the information, because when you read the journals, there's so much information. Okay, maybe starting for the introduction until the conclusion, so all the information is there, but then you need to retrieve it or to extract the information based on your search strategy tadi tu, the keywords. Okay, so you need to extract it. So it is good if you have the list of your topics or the keywords for your literature review tu in the early stage. Okay, you can list it, list them up, list them down. Okay, so for example, if you have the 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 keywords can be your subtopic for your literature review. Okay, like I said, maybe you want to find on the type of mobile robot, so that's one subtopic. Okay, then from the journals that you review, so you can extract the information on the type of mobile robot. Okay, maybe they use the differential drive mobile robot, for example. Okay, so you just extract it, so you know this researcher use this type of mobile robot. Okay. And then when you extract all the information, then you need to analyze it. Okay, so basically you need to summarize the article. So when you get, for example, the type of the mobile robot, so you can summarize all the articles based on the mobile robot, type of the mobile robot used. Okay. Then you try to compare all the issues and the theory so that you can have this critical review. Okay. And then for writing, there's what I call it? There's a few style of writing, literature review. I will explain it later for this writing. Okay. Okay. For for the sources, okay, I think you have been through the previous seminar on the how you want to get the journals, right, from the speaker from the librarian for the library. Okay, but then that one just to get all the journals, how you want to get the journals. Okay, you can go to Google Scholar or you can browse through the library's website, then you can get all the journals. Okay, but then this one is the source. Okay, so basically for literature review we have two sources, so we call it primary sources and secondary sources. Okay, I think for our engineering, so usually we look at these secondary sources. Okay, primary sources is basically on the survey or maybe clinical trials and also experiment. So maybe some of you do the experiment, so it can be the primary sources. Okay, and for secondary sources is based on the review and also from other analysis or other other information from the other researchers lah. Okay. Okay. And for the sources, so we can This one is source, primary and secondary source. So this one is for the literature survey source, okay, resources. So for the resources, so you can get all the information or the journals from the original research articles lah. Okay, for the secondary literature is from the books. Okay, for example, the books, and also tertiary is the textbook. Okay. And how we do the literature survey? So basically, you can get it manually, okay, based on the hard copy of the research journal, or using the snowball methods. So this is one of the famous method for the literature review. So usually you will base on the primary source, okay, and then you track back the sources, okay, from the primary sources. So meaning that you looking at the reference of the primary sources, okay. This one. And so you can get the information from the online access or from the website, online website lah. So usually this one you can get from like you just Google it. Okay, you just Google it, this one. And for the online resource, this one, the online information access ni, you can get from the Google Scholar, maybe Wikipedia, maybe newsletter or others online sources lah. Maybe this one already explained by the library lah last time. Okay, so in your previous seminar. Okay. Okay, so how do you read the research article? Okay, that's a strategy or tips how you want to read the articles. Okay, maybe the journals lah. For example, journals. So when you want to read a journal, so maybe it's quite long. Maybe you have maybe 10 to 20 pages, for example, or 6 pages for the proceedings, or for the proceedings. So what you want to do, the simple way, so you can try first, like I said, you try to identify what topics you want to get or what information you want to get. Okay, so first you try to identify what you want to get, then you read the abstract. Okay, you read the abstract. So when you read the abstract, so you have the overview understanding on the paper. Okay, so then you read the conclusion. Okay, so you read the conclusion. So when you read the conclusion, you know what the result they obtain, and what's the findings that they found. Okay, so first you read the abstract, then you read the conclusion, then you know overview of that paper. Okay, if the paper is related to your or relates to your identified topics though, what you want to find, so you can read throughout the paper lah, the whole paper, and try to extract all the information. Okay. So I just this one lah, I just skip this one. So the literature review, once you have all the information, or you already extract all the information that you need, So you need to write it. So how to write it? So basically we can have this kind of what do you call it? The approach lah. Okay. So ni triangle ni. Okay. So the first part you can write on the theoretical foundation of your research, theoretical part, but not so many. Okay, in the broad way. Okay, then you go further. Okay, and study that are generally related. Okay, then you go deeper and deeper until you get your research gap. Okay, this is how you write the literature review. Basically, you want to write literature review, so you need to write it. The first thing maybe the overview is very broad. Then you go deeper and deeper until you find your research gap. Okay, so research gap meaning that the maybe one of the research gap maybe they haven't did this one, for example. So you want to try to improve, or maybe they found that their result is not so good. Okay, so you try to improve their result so that it become better. Okay, and for the literature review, usually I use this bullseye. So every circle here, for example, gray, black, light blue, this one is red, and yellow, it has its own marks, okay, significance. So all here you want to find is at the middle here, okay, at the middle here. So everything you try to find is relates to this bullseye here, okay. So this is your target, but then every circle here has its own marks. So do not leave this one lah. So like I said, like this one also, the triangle here. So you need to write the very broad one, the overview, but not too long. Then you try to focus your review until you get your research gap here. Okay, yeah? So how to prepare or summarize the findings? So first you need to prepare the literature review involve the following points. So try to summarize first, searching for accurate, reliable, and latest information. So your literature review should be 3/4, should be less than 5 years. Okay, at least 3/4 lah. Should be less than 5 years. Okay, because you want to find the latest information, what others have did. Okay. Then you try to summarize it and you try to criticize it. Okay. So criticize ni it can be in the negative thinking or the positive thinking lah. Okay. It just not negative je lah. So criticize can be positive also. For example, if you think their method is good for your research, then you can say you will adopt their methods, okay, for your research. Okay, so that's the positive way lah to criticize it. It's not just they are not good, It's not that one. So you can also have the positive criticize. Okay. So every claims you should support with your evidence. Okay. Okay, so meaning that when you write a literature review, so when you say something or you review it, so or you summarize it, so you have to cite, you use the citation, okay, because it's not really your works or your result, because we want to find what others have did, right? So you need to support with evidence lah. So everything that you claims, you should have should supported with the evidence. Okay. So it should be in the proper way lah. So usually you will cite it. You tahu kan nak do the citation though. Okay. Also the argument should be presented with evidence also lah. Sama ni lebih kurang, claim dengan argument ni lebih kurang je. And also for the literature review or throughout your writing, not necessarily in literature review also lah. So in your thesis writing also, you try to avoid using I and we language. Okay. So try to make indirect language lah or passive punya form. For example, for example, if say you want to write tak boleh pula. Okay. I develop this mobile robot, for example. Okay. So using ataupun using some kind of approach. So you try to make it in indirect language, meaning that the mobile robot is developed using this method. For example, it's not I develop. Okay. So try using the passive form of language lah. And then when you write it, so the rule of thumb, you write, you read, and you rewrite. Okay, meaning that when you write the first time, so you read, after you finish writing your literature review, you try to read the whole literature review back. Okay, ataupun only one section. For example, one subtopic. So you finish writing one subsection atau subtopic, so you try to read it back. Okay, read, and maybe you find something is not right, so you rewrite. Okay, you write again, you improve lah your literature review tu. So the rules is write, read, and rewrite lah. Or you want to read again, okay. Okay, this is the strategy or how you want to write a literature review. So the first step, you strip the summaries lah. So you try to get this to summarize it. Then you reorder the paragraph, okay, or you combine the paragraph if necessary, okay, and you add the topics, sentences, and transition. So meaning that your literature review should be like a storytelling. Okay, storytelling. And then you can add the introduction and conclusion. Okay, introduction should be in the general way lah. So general saja. Okay, and then you can conclude lah basically at the end of your literature review. So usually we use the summary or the subtopic title lah. So maybe the summary or concluding remarks, something like that. So you conclude it, all the literature review, and you try to find the gaps lah. Should be the gap statement tu at the conclusion tu lah. So this is the example of writing a literature review. Okay. So this is one of the way lah. So if you do it in the paragraph, so you can see here. So at your left hand side ni, yang ni the example 1 this one is example 2. So in the example 1 here, so you can write your literature review tu based on one paragraph, one journals. Okay, so in this one, for example, in this this is the introduction lah. Okay, if you look at this one, this is the introduction. So there's no conclusion because I just cut it. So maybe this is the first paragraph here is the introduction. So it just put statistic is the methodology, just a very general punya introduction. Okay, what is statistic, for example. Okay, then the second paragraph, you already look at the statistic, narrow down lagi lah. Okay, what other have done on the statistiknya ni. So for example, one, like I said, this one is one paragraph, one journals. Okay, so you should have, for example, this David Stephenson. Okay, so this is the introduction. Okay, then you should have the introduction, then what the David Stephenson have did, and what's the result, and your review, your critical review. So should have your what they call it, your opinion on what they have did lah, or this David Stephenson did. So that will be one paragraph. So that's also a structure lah for one paragraph though. So it should have the introduction, then what they have did, the methodology, and also what their result, and what's your opinion. Okay, your review or your summary on this one. And then you can see also, this is the second paragraph, same thing. So only one journals here. Okay, so it's summarized in one paragraph. Okay, so this relates to back to this one lah. So you strip your summary. Okay, so this summary, it should be this one lah. Maybe you have summarized it 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe there's a lot. So you need to reorder back so that the information is continuously like a storytelling. So every reader can read it and understand what you want to tell them. Okay. So this is at this side is this one. So you can combine the paragraph if you need. Okay. So for example, this is reflection. So for example, reflection is used in multiple professional and educational setting. For example, from nursing, medical. So if you look at this one, so you can realize there's a citation here. So many citation. So they try to combine all the information, okay, and then they properly cited it. Properly cite this one. So you can combine all the information relates to one topic. For example, only this reflection. Then you can cite, proper cite lah. Okay, proper cite this one. So that's the way you want to write the literature review depends on how your writing style is, basically. Okay, how your writing style is. So you can do something like this, or you can do something like this. You combine all and make one paragraph, or one journals, only one paragraph. Okay, so it's up to you, basically. So which one is you prefer and how your writing style is. Okay, for this one, if you want to combine it, so you need to understand the topics lah. Okay, because you need to read to extract the information for all the journals, and then you try to combine and summarize it in one paragraph. Compared to this one is only one journal, one paragraph. Okay, so it depends on how your capability. So if you prefer this one, you can do something like this. If you prefer this one, you can do something like this. And then there's another way. So you can put it in the tabulated form, okay, in the table. But this one usually I recommend only for the last part, maybe to summarize all the very related to your topics. For example, if you look at this one, is this very related, this or at here lah, either way, okay, near here. So you just summarize very related to your topic, very significant to your topic in the tables. Okay, maybe this one is at the last part of your lecture review. Okay, because like I said previously, so if you look at this one, so this one is you have a very broad one, then you go deeper and deeper and deeper, and the summary should be only at this point lah, yellow ni this yellow point ni. So very significant to your, so that the reader can understand what the limitation of others ataupun others works lah, the previous researchers work. So the reader can understand it. Okay, and then from this one you can get your get though. Okay. Okay. Lecture review is not only at the chapter lecture review. Okay. Maybe you can have a lecture review for introduction and discussion. Okay. So the same principle. So everything you claim or you write in your introduction, okay, so you need to support with the evidence lah. Evidence meaning that from your previous punya lecture ataupun what the previous lecturer have did or done have done. So basically you can put also it's like a background lah for your introduction, and also discussion when you already have your result and you try to compare or explain your result or your findings, you can support with others' work. Okay. Okay. So do not cite review articles unless it's essential lah. So basically when you discuss, when you need to compare or to validate your result, so you can use other this one is review articles sorry, you can use other works to validate or to support your findings or your discussion though, your result though, so you can use it. Sorry, review article is different thing lah. So review articles is basically one researcher, they review all the information or the topics relates to what he or she want to review lah. Okay, this one is different thing lah. Okay, so just bear in mind, lecture review is not only at the lecture review chapter, it can be also in the introduction and also discussion. Okay, but we don't call it lecture review lah kan. We try to support, we use the same principle though. We try to support our claim with evidence though. Okay. So if you look at the writings or you read the other thesis, so you can find also there's a citation at the introduction and discussion. So this is what about lah. Okay. Okay, for the management tools, for the reference or bibliography management tools, so usually we have Mendeley and also EndNote. So I think this one already explained by the previous seminar lah, in the previous seminar. Okay, so you have the Mendeley. Mendeley is free, EndNotes you need to pay it. Okay, but the any tools that you use should be fine lah. Okay, so maybe you can use Mendeley here lah later on. So just for the management tools easy for you to to manage all the paper that you already did, okay, and you can easily cite it in your paragraph too, or in your text. Okay, so I recommend any journals that you read, just put in this management tools ataupun Mendeley lah. Okay, just list all. Okay, even though you think it's not very related, just put it first. Maybe it will useful in the end of your research ataupun during your writing tu lah. Maybe okay, if you left it out in the early stage, maybe you need to find it back, so it wastes your time lah. So because you already read it, right, you already search, and just put all the journals, the papers that you read in the Mendeley. So later on you can just choose it. Okay, you don't need to find it anymore. Okay, but like I said in the first in the early stage, so maybe you need to keep updated lah this Mendeley ni, even though you think maybe up to the second semester to just update little bit lah, okay, on your Mendeley ni, okay. Okay, just to show you some of the citation style, okay. So usually you have the most common one lah. You have two type of citation style. So the first one, you use the APA, American Psychological Association, okay, APA, or you use the IEEE. Okay, for thesis or for your report, usually for your thesis lah, usually you use this APA lah, ataupun sometimes they call it author date, okay, author and date, okay, this author and date lah. So usually you use this one in your thesis. But for the technical report, sometimes they use this type of citation style lah. So IEEE. IEEE use this one lah, something like you use for, okay, use numbers. Instead of you put name and date. For example, this one lah. Okay, this one, if you look at this one lah, okay, you see this is Robert and Fall 2013, FC 2006. So this is the APA style, okay. Usually we use this style in the thesis lah, the whole thesis too. But for this, for something like this, so for example this one, right, you summarize it, so you use the IEEE punya style, okay, but don't mix lah. So usually we use only one style lah, kan. And also for the if you read or if you read the journals, usually they use most of them use the IEEE punya style lah, because it's just a short short paper lah, kan, maybe around 6 pages, 10 pages. So usually they use this type of this citation style lah, the IEEE lah. Also if you use APA kat sini, patut APA jugalah, okay, APA. Yeah. Okay, just for a summary before we stop. So you have the literature review, okay. So this one is relate back to this one lah. Ini ya, literature review ni. Okay. Once you have the literature review, this is how you write the your thesis. So you have the literature review, then you have your result, methods and result, and your discussion should be this way, okay. So should be your analysis of your finding, and then the wider one should be the implication of your findings, okay. So this is how the flow of your writing will be, okay. So literature review from broad to the narrow one, and your discussion should be narrow to the broader, okay, the broad one. Okay, so this is how you write your thesis later on lah. So maybe it's not at this time, but later you should write something like this lah. Okay, so to review, and then you get you have your methods and result, then you analyze or discuss. Your discussion should be from the analysis of your finding to the wider implication of your findings lah. Okay, this one. Also, just this one just a summary also. So should the first thing you should know your topics lah. Okay, should know your topics. Okay, then you do the searching, primary searching, maybe try to find the keywords, the headings, like I said, the subtopics. Okay, also all the classification, meaning that if you have your thesis, you want to write your thesis later on, so before that you need to have this keyword lah and headings ni before you go for the literature review. Okay, then you try to find the information and you read, then you evaluate or critically or read or evaluate, meaning that you try to read and you try to to evaluate whether your paper that you read is relates really to your topic or not. Okay, if not, maybe you can just put it aside first. Maybe you can use it later on. Okay, then you try to write and organize. Okay, write and organize. Okay, so this circle will be continuous lah. Continuous. So write, like I said, we have the strategy on writing something like this. Okay, so you try to reorder or you try to combine. Okay, and you add the topic. Okay. Okay. Okay, before we end, I just want to remind you, literature review is not you try to write all the theory part or theoretical. Okay, literature review is what others have done. You try to find what other researchers have done. Okay, you try to extract all the information what others have done. Okay, so not try avoid put too many theoretical. For example, the definition of mobile robot, for example, type of mobile robot. Okay, mobile robot have this kind of type, apa semua tu. The theoretical part, the reader can get from the textbook. Okay, what the reader interest is to know the latest information on your topics. Okay, just keep in mind that one. They try to avoid put too many theoretical explanation, and you need to have more information on the latest findings or latest information on what on your topics. Okay, try to gather that one. Okay. So this is a link. So how to write the literature review, and also how to write a review. So you have the video link here. So I can share this one lah, or this slide if you want. Okay. Okay, so this is one of the research group, my research group with other researchers. So you can browse through this website. So you can get the latest or information on this our research group lah. So if you interested to further your study for master, so you can consider ICSI as one of the research group that you want to collaborate with lah. Okay. So thank you very much. So is there any question?
No, Doctor.
Okay, if there's no questions, so pass back to the MC lah, or Dr. Nasir. Lagi Dr. Nasir?
Hello. Okay. Thank you very much to Associate Prof. Dr. Sani, and I hope this more or less 1 hour session has benefits to and increase your knowledge of writing and handling the research work, especially for your FYP. Okay, and we have recorded the video for this, and also we may ask from Dr. Sani to share the slide as well in the group FYP group later on. Okay, and then I would like to remind you again, do not forget to fill up the attendance. Okay, if I open again, if there is any question, you may ask the question directly, or you may write down on the chat box on your right. Okay, and then I would like to thank again, thank you, Dr. Sani, for very informative and full of knowledge related to writing the literature review and conducting the research for FYP student, together with the tricks and fast method to do the literature review. Okay, and by that I will end the session for today. Thank you on behalf of FYP coordinators. I would like to thank everyone and wish you having a good day. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Salam.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you for. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.